Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be going over my Mitsurugi Fiendsmith deck profile for Post Dude. So about a week ago I uploaded a pure Mitsurugi deck profile, but over the course of the last week and a half, I've changed some of my opinions on the deck and kind of been liking Fiendsmith a little bit more. So I decided to try out the Fiendsmith deck. And I know the first thing you're probably thinking when you see this list is I'm playing one Engraver with extrav with impulse, which I know seems really troll, like, oh my god, what is this guy doing? But I honestly think it's correct. So let me explain my reasoning. Starting off, why would we play Fiendsmith and Mitsurugi? What's wrong with Pure? Well, it's kind of similar to some of the issues that Fiendsmith fixed previously, like last format, or the 2 formats ago. So starting off with Joel. Joel is a card that's going to start seeing a lot more play, I think, in the next couple of coming weeks. So I think you want to have a contingency plan versus Joel. So I think that's super important. Also, I think Draco Tail can be a rough matchup at times, partially due to how well the Ketu and Rahu interact into your board going second. So I think having a Wave King, to interact with that is super nice. So that's why I decided to try out Fiendsmith in the deck. The issue with playing the Fiendsmith package as before is that Fiendsmith cards are really bad to draw going second, especially into Yummy. And this deck's biggest advantage is that it has a really good Yummy matchup because the Mitsurugi cards are so good into Yummy. So I don't want to play engine cards that are not good going second into Yummy. Also, before, people would play multiple Fiendsmith cards in the main deck, the 3 package of Saint, Lacrima, and Engraver. And also the issue with that is that they wouldn't play extrav. So that would kind of reduce the consistency of just your Mitsurugi plays. And before it was kind of fine because sometimes a Fiendsmith card is pretty good into a detonator, but Fiendsmith cards are not really good going second into Yummy. So, and I still wanted to see the same consistency for Mitsurugi cards because the Mitsu cards are what I want to draw going second. So I decided to try out Fiendsmith for the deck. So, but that's why I'm only playing one Engraver because I don't really want to see the Mitsurugi cards, or the Fiendsmith cards, sorry. I only want it to make Wave King. That's the only reason I want it, to help against Joel. So that's why I'm with one Engraver. But I also didn't want to cut Impulse because I feel like Impulse is one of the better hand traps. And I think the Impulse Engraver confliction is fine. If you go first, it doesn't really matter that much, you can just set Impulse and it's chill. And if you go second, it's you don't need to use Fiendsmith, right? Fiendsmith is mainly important for going first. Also for the going first thing, too, about setting it, you also might not even need to use a Fiendsmith card post turn too. Although you probably still would set the Impulse. At least game 1 anyway. Post side you probably wouldn't, just because trying to play around board breakers, lightning storms after, but the game 1 is chill. And I think even if you lose quote unquote access to the Fiendsmith cards, after you Impulse, it's fine because you're only committing the 1 slot in the main deck for it. I'm not playing a ton of different cards in my deck. I'm only playing the 1 Engraver. So even if I'm locked out of lights, I'm still playing pure Mitsurugi. I still have all the same cards as pure Mitsurugi. I just got 1 non-engine slot for 1 Engraver. And yes, it is a brick, and trust me, nobody's more anti-brick than me. I hate playing bricks in my deck, but I think it's pretty chill. So your Fiendsmith bridge is obviously going to be Exciton Knight, if you didn't already know. Requires 2 level 4s. The most common way you do it under Joel is let's say you go Habakiri, summon Saji, tribute Saji, grab Ritual, you get Drolled, you go Ritual, summon Habakiri from hand, sending the Kusanagi, sending the Night Sword Serpent. Night Sword Serpent summons itself, Kusanagi adds back to Saji, normal summon Saji, make Exciton, make Requiem. You have your Fiendsmith engine in rotation. You can end on the Wave King. And Wave King is going to be really good into not only Draco Tail, but also into the mirror match as well. So I think it's pretty cool for that reason. Into Yummy, Wave King is not really good. I'm not gonna lie. IP is better. Unironically, IP is better getting to Yummy, but I still think the Wave King is chill. It's you still play it because also Joel is not really a game 1 thing. Some people are gonna main deck it, but a lot of people are just gonna side it. So you don't really have to deal with the Joel in the main deck. So post side, when you get Joel, you're gonna know what your opponent's on, so you're gonna know what to make. And then game 1. You can make the Wave King, but you're going for Wave King with full board, so it's chill. So you're probably asking, if I'm saying it doesn't matter game 1, why are we main decking the Engraver? Well, I still think it's nice to have, but also against some of your matchups, like Draco Tail, for example, that thing is still a thing game 1, so that's why I decided to main deck the Engraver. So starting off with the main deck, it's pretty similar to pure Mitsurugi. 3 pre-prep, 3 prayers, 2 extrav, 1 prosperity. I think if you extrav banish your Fiendsmith cards going first, it's fine because you only had the 1 Engraver. You didn't really commit much to change it, so you're still just playing pure Mitsurugi at that point. You just have 1 brick in your deck, but that doesn't matter, right? It's just unfortunate if you draw it, but the chance of you drawing is super low. And the 3 Kabakiri, 2 Murakumo because we're still playing a Fiendsmith deck or Mitsurugi deck. Futsu, triple Ritual. This is the card you want to open. Mirror, Makatama, 2 Armasa, Saji, Kusanagi, and Night Sword Serpent, which is even more important in this version because of Fiendsmith plays. There's been a non-engine call by, but I think this card's crazy. Format, Vua, Ash, Impulse, Imperm, and the Nibiru. Nibiru is just going to be a Gallant Granite target. But arguably, like, technically, you don't really need it if you're doing Fiendsmith stuff, but the issue is that, like, if you get hit by, like, if you, like, extra banish some Fiendsmith cards, then you can, you want the Gallant Granite. And then moving on to the extra deck, I have Exton, Requiem, Necroquip, and Wave King. So these are going to be the package to make the Caesar. Caesar is better than Desiree against Mitsurugi, is better against the Jigsaw deck, and yeah. And then IP, 2 IP, 2 SP, 2 Mundo, because of extrav, Dark Charmer, Dugaris, Gallant Granite, like I mentioned previously, the Rhapsody and Berserk for the Mirror Match, and the Typhon. So to talk about the extra deck a little bit, I was thinking maybe I could play like 2 of some Fiendsmith cards so that like if I did banish them off extrav, I could still do Fiendsmith plays. I don't know if you need to. Also, I wasn't sure exactly what I would play. Like, you can cut some of these cards. You don't really need like 2 IP, especially like Fiendsmith lines. So you can cut that. I mean, obviously this is like utility. These are all like cuttable. I mean, for real, these are all cuttable. So you could fit like some of like 2 of like some of these cards in here to make it work, which I wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Personally, I don't think you need to, but it's like an option. You also have other extra cards too. Let me cut that, like Chaos Angel, for example, which I think is pretty good card. Obviously, being able to super easily make it in Fiendsmith deck, so Chaos Angel is another option as well. You can also play like try like Sequence and Desiree, but I think Wave King is better. So yeah. Also, because what I mentioned before about like IP being better against Wave King, against Yummy, probably maybe want to IP. Also, there's a chance that Extrav doesn't even banish Fiendsmith cards. I'll bet a little bit low. But yeah. Also, you could play 2 Exciton and 2 Requiem, and you could just not play like Wave King, or you could not play like multiple Wave King and multiple Princess. And then if you're extra, so like, what I'm saying is basically this. Well, let me cut this. What I'm saying is you could also do like this, right? You could play 2 Requiem, which I know this sounds like I want to get flamed for this so hard, but I think it's lit. So you could play this extra deck, right? And then like if your extrav banishes one of these 2 cards, instead of going, it's like weird because like you could go like IP and it's like kind of chill. Although you could go IP anyway, so it's like whatever, you know. You could cut. I mean, if you wanted to, you could do like, oh my god, Wave Hiking Caesar. You could do this. It's like kind of chill. You could do something like this, and I think it would function. But honestly, I don't think you need to. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you need to do that. So I would just leave it like that. I was also thinking about potentially siding the Lacrima and siding the Sank, just to give me a little bit more of a grind game with Fiendsmith when I go first. But it also has the issue with Impulse because, like I said, I'm not trying to post side. I'm not trying to set Impulse because it plays into board breakers really hard. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my Fiendsmith Mitsurugi deck profile. Not really. I might do like combo videos, but the combos didn't really change too much. I might do like a combo video. But yeah, also you don't really need Lacrima to like end a Wave King because you go Requiem, summon the Engraver, equip the Requiem, make Necroquip, Engraver summon itself back out by shuffling Exciton, make Wave King. So yeah, your grind's a little bit worse with Fiendsmith, but I'm playing a full Mitsurugi package, so it's kind of fine. But yeah, like I said, that's it for my Mitsurugi Fiendsmith deck profile. Hope you did enjoy, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And I might upload a combo video, maybe not, I don't know. I have to think about it because tomorrow I'm gonna upload a Malice deck profile, and then the day after, Saturday, I'm gonna upload a Yummy Mitsurugi deck profile. I think I've been working on Malice a little bit. I like it. I'm trying out some stuff in the main deck, like a full hand trap approach, like no Fua, no Droplet. I'm like not 100% sure about the deck list, which is why it's been delayed a little bit, just because like I don't love Allure, but also I feel like you need to play another consistency card because number one, the deck needs consistency, and number two, I'm not gonna get into that right now because this is not a Malice deck profile. But yeah, anywho, have a wonderful day and take care. Peace.